So now we will discuss the market. So what do you mean by market? The market is basically it is a system in which there will find the interaction. So interaction between whom? In one hand, buyers and sellers. So the interaction between buyers and sellers that determines the price. So that is the market. So there are different classifications of market. For example, regarding the area, regarding the commodities traded in the market. But here we will consider the market classification of market regarding the degree of competition. So in that perspective, we can find there are basically two types of market. So one is two types of market. That one is known as perfect competition and another is known as imperfect competition. So perfect competition or perfectly competitive market, it has four features. So these features are, one is numerous buyers and sellers, and second is the perfectly homogeneous products. So there are numerous buyers and sellers, many number of buyers and sellers are there, and the product is must be homogeneous. Homogeneous means the product of one firm is the perfect substitute of the product of other firms. So number 3, perfect flow of information. Perfect flow of information, and fourth is free entry and exit. So just if we see the four features of the market, each feature has its own significance in the mechanism or the functioning of the market. So if we consider first numerous buyers and sellers and the product is homogeneous, this by these two features 1 and 2 that indicate each buyer and seller will constitute, each buyer will constitute a very small or negligible part of the market demand, and each seller will constitute a very negligible part of the market supply. For example, if we consider that if there are 1000 sellers that are selling the same product, so one person, one seller will constitute 1 by 1000, that means 0.001 part of the market approximately. So if this seller, if a single seller wants to influence the price by its own action, it will not be able to do that. So similarly, if we consider that there are 10,000 buyers, so one buyer they are making the demand for the same product, so one buyer will constitute 1 by 10,000, that means 0.0001. So this is the share of each buyer. So after all, finally these first 1 and 2, that numerous buyers and sellers plus perfectly homogeneous product, these two imply that each buyer and each seller will definitely play the role of a price taker, not price maker. The price will be determined by the interaction of demand and market demand and market supply, and everyone has to accept this price. This is the significance of first two assumptions. The third assumption is the perfect flow of information. That means there is the information is available and the free information to everyone. The people can come to know about the market. Whenever people enter into the market, they know the market price. So there is no chance of any type of bargaining in the market. And another thing is that whenever the existing sellers enjoy supernormal profit, the others can come to know about that. And number 4 is free entry and exit. This indicates whenever existing firms are enjoying supernormal profit in the short run. So that will attract the new firms into the market and a new price competition will start. And this will end up with all the existing firms enjoying only normal profit. So these are the basic 4 features of a competitive market, and these are the significance of the characteristics or the features. And now if we diverge from either of the features, we will get to the any type of imperfectly competitive market. For example, if we drop the assumption of numerous sellers, the extreme case, whenever there is single seller and numerous buyers, we will get the case of monopoly. Similarly, just opposite, if you think that you drop the assumption of numerous buyers, the numerous sellers and a single buyer, that is the case of monopoly. So in this way, we will find it that few number of sellers and numerous buyers, the case of oligopoly. The few number of buyers, numerous sellers, the case of oligopoly. Single buyer, single seller, that is called the bilateral monopoly. And if we drop the second assumption, there are numerous buyers and sellers, but the commodities are not perfectly homogeneous. They are close substitute of each other. Then we get the market which we call in the monopolistic competition. So these are the 4 features which are, if a market maintains all these 4 features, this possesses all these 4 features, this type of market is known as perfectly competitive market.